Hello everybody, Michael here for Tactica Imperialis. Welcome to today's video. Today I want to talk about orcs. I finished Codex Analysis about a month ago and I've played quite a lot of games since. I think I've probably played at least half a dozen, maybe even 10 games now with the new Ork Codex, and I want to give a few thoughts on it. Not like a positives and negatives, what it's good against and all that sort of thing, but more a sort of little wish list, I suppose, a little how I would fix the Ork Codex, because there are a few things I've noticed playing my games, and I had a good conversation with a few people on Twitter. Some of them you may know, so like Greggles, who's a very well-known Orc player, and a couple of other people. If you want to go onto my Twitter, links in the description, you may be able to find at least my end of the conversation about how we would go about sorting out orcs and things. But one of the things that came up that was really interesting was one of the people thought orcs were bad. And I don't think orcs are bad because they're a really good codex. They're just so random, but they have a few glaring issues, which is what I want to talk about in today's video. Don't mind Kieran behind me. He will probably turn around and interject at several points, as he did the first time we tried recording this. So yeah, let's crack on, shall we? So the first major change that I would make to the Ork Codex, if I were the writers, is invulnerable saves. How many invulnerable saves are in the Ork Codex? Captain Badrock, I believe, has one. And then there's custom force field, which you can get in 2 places. And that's about it. There are no invulns anywhere. Oh, and Gazkul, theoretically.
Yeah,
when he was, Gazkul has a 2+.
So, they've got no invulns, but they also have the best invul in the game.
For 1 turn.
Actually, second best, because the demons have rerollable 2-up invulns. But let's not go
there. Yeah, let's not go there. So yeah, Orc invuln saves are basically none. And for melee, it's even worse, because the custom force field only actually works for shooting.
Alright.
Whoops. Did you drop something last time as well?
Pretty sure I did. I'm going to make this video exactly the same.
So, basically, they just have no invulns on characters, which I found really bad when I was fighting a Demon Prince today. I got absolutely murked by this Demon Prince because I had no invulns. All I had was a crappy 6+ feel no pain. And yeah, whoop-de-doo, I have a 6+ feel no pain that I paid 10 points for. That's a lot on an Orc war boss. That's a sixth of his cost. Yeah, whatever. Beside the point. But it just sucks in places. It really does suck that we don't have invulns. All I would ask is for a reinstatement of the old Cyborg body, which was a 5+ invulnerable save. It doesn't sound like much, but for 10-15 points, that is basically all you need to make most Orc characters viable. War bosses, big mechs. Like, why don't big mechs have some sort of Cyborg way to give themselves a force field, personal force field for an invulnerable? Pain boys, okay, maybe it doesn't make as much sense there, but they have no war gear options anyway. It just needs to have some form of invuln. I mean, reinstating the old Cyborg body used to be able to give knobs Cyborg bodies via Pain Boys, and Flash Kits had the same thing. Now, obviously, Pain Boy being a HQ, you can't probably do that in the same way, but Orcs need invulns. How you do it, I don't really mind, but they need something. Maybe the Weird Boy gives his unit a 6+ invuln because the War energy is allowing him to create a shield of War power. I don't know. Something. Just invulns, please. Second thing, and we had an interesting discussion about this, is the strength value of Orc boys. Orcs are strength 3. So when it comes to a fist fight, an Orc is as strong as a guardsman. Yeah. No. Orcs are not the same strength as a guardsman. These guys rip guardsmen limb from limb on a weekly basis. Actually, more like on an hourly basis, the way Orcs go about doing things. So why are they the same strength? Now, I know the strength system is very squished within 3 and 6. There's not much outside of 3 and 6. But Orcs are as strong as a Space Marine in 90% of cases. And so I believe Orcs should be strength 4. Now, there are a couple of ways you go about doing this. One is just increasing their strength on their profile for a small points cost increase, maybe 2 points.
Which I don't agree with, because, strength tests, while not in the game that much, it will affect them. And Orcs have always been strength 3, as far as I'm aware.
And I will also... Yeah, fair point.
So, while it's needed, I don't think that's the correct way of going about it.
Plus, if you did do it, you'd have to take Furious Charge off of them.
Yes.
Because otherwise it would be broken. The second thing you could do is... What was it you said? Differentiate choppers from sluggers.
Yeah, if you made choppers +1 strength weapons rather than just... Are they AP6? Or
user AP6, yeah.
So they made them strength +1.
Yeah, that would take them strength 4 and differentiate them from shooter boys who are actually better at melee
Well, they're
than
not better. They're just almost as good at melee as
range because
the more dedicated.
yeah, because they can hit something. They have more attacks than they have shots, and their AP is admittedly one worse. But where does that make a difference apart from bugs and other orcs? What was the third way we had?
The same as the fantasy. So big guns upgrades.
Yeah, a points upgrade that you pay like Ard boys pay for their armor. You can pay to give them +1 strength by being the bigger orcs. Maybe
they
not
end up in an elite slot or something like the
Carbolite Trueborn.
Carbolite Trueborn and Witches.
Which I know sounds like you're treading on Knobs territory, but Knobs have 2 wounds and more attacks and more initiative and all those sorts of things.
And a lot more customizability.
Exactly. So it could be done. There are ways to do it that I think wouldn't necessarily break things. It would just give us options because if you don't kill a vehicle in the first round of combat, you've got to run out and charge it again, which is bad.
Well, anything but a walker, you do that anyway.
I know, but
Because you're not in
no, but
combat.
as in you can't attack it during the vehicle's turn.
You can't anyway.
No, if you're still in base contact,
All right, okay.
you're still technically
They've
there,
gone away.
so you can still attack. If the vehicle is stuck, then you can't attack it. So it's a small change. Well, it's probably quite a big change, but it's something you can do. The third thing, leadership. Why, please tell me, is an orc knob who's big, he's strong, he's imposing, he's intimidating, he's respected, and he's as brave as a guardsman? Really?
Less brave than veterans.
Exactly. An Imperial Guard veteran is less likely to run away than an orc knob.
But if you think about orc knobs, they're essentially orc veterans.
Yeah, because they've been through campaigns, they've got bigger, they've got stronger. Why are they leadership 7? Just make them leadership 8. You don't need to change them at all. Just make them leadership 8. That's it. Knob leaders, make them leadership 8. That's all I ask. Because then we actually have a chance of passing leadership tests without some serious need for some luck. Because leadership 7 is not great. I know it's...
On average, you'll pass more than you fail, but you'll still fail a lot.
And in melee, if you lose at all, you're then less likely to...
Yeah.
You're actually on worse odds. So leadership 8 would be great. And please can we make war bosses leadership 10 while we're at it? Why is Gazkul leadership 9? Why is, for some reason, a Tau Ethereal more courageous than Gazkul Thraka? No. No. He should be leadership 10. Even if you have to keep war bosses at leadership 9 for some stupid reason, Gazkul should be leadership 10. I don't understand why he isn't. And that would really help mitigate how annoying, if not always bad, that mob rule is. I mean, I won a game off of mob rule today. Don't ask.
Oh, mob rule.
Yeah, it's great and it's awful.
We'll have a separate rant about that later.
He probably will once I've gone home. Sure, there was one more thing that I think needed fixing.
Well, no, it was the thing I said about mechs and in their interactions with the...
Yeah, that was it. This was maybe not a fix, but it would be a nice little touch, is mechs with artillery, or generally things that are random.
Well, mechs don't really have... They've got interaction with vehicles and they can fix them.
Yeah.
But most codexes have that. But mechs don't just make vehicles like sort of the tech priests just look after vehicles. They make all the guns, they basically do everything.
Exactly.
But there's no real interactions between them and the mech guns at all.
Yeah.
So if you gave the mech guns a special rule that allowed them to, almost like Knight Commander Pask gives each of his weapons a different
Buff.
sort of almost a different profile.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, for 15 points, you put a mech into a mech gun squad, and maybe the cannon becomes twin linked, or the lobber can re-roll the scatter dice, or the tractor cannon can re-roll the d6. The bubble.
If you think that's too powerful, just make it one mech gun per mech.
Yeah.
And then that way it's kind of all sorted.
Yeah, there are so many little things you could do just to make mechs viable, because taking a mech is basically taking a 15-point orc boy who can fix things. And as I found out to my cost, that doesn't do jack all. Like, I took one with a custom Mega Slugger because I wanted to try it out before I use it in something a little bit special. And he got hot and killed himself on turn 1. Of course he did. But, no, turn 2, because he wasn't shooting on turn 1.
And anyone argues you can put a Power Claw on, not Power Claw, was it Buzzsaw?
Kill Saw, 30
Buzzsaw,
points.
Yeah.
It's a chain fist.
makes you strength 6.
Yeah.
Which, you know, okay, you've got armor bane, but it's not.
It's 30 points.
Yeah, it's 30 points. So it's not a power fist on a Space Marine or even a power thorn on a knob because you're strength 3 base rather than strength 4.
Yeah, I mean, you are strength 7 on the charge, a previous charge, but it's still not great. I mean, that could go down to 20, and I'd say it's fine. I mean, normal big mechs who are strength 4 kill souls should be 30 because they're better than power claws by default. But yeah, that's just a few things that we considered about maybe just changing the Ork Codex. It doesn't have to be huge. Oh, I remember what the fourth one was. Could we have an army-wide feel no pain?
Oh yeah, that was it.
It sounds stupid, but hear me out. Iron Hands Space Marines Chapter Tactics. For free, you get feel no pain. 6 up. On everyone. I believe that's how it was. That's how it works in the old codex. And
That's how it works now.
And you got it will not die on your characters and vehicles as a bonus. But you got army-wide 6 up feel no pain for free.
Oh no, the new one's even better than that. It's army-wide +1 to feel no pain, as opposed to 6 up. So any squad with an apothecary has a 4 up feel no pain. Yeah.
Me donne la force. So yeah, and that's free. So why wouldn't it work for orcs who are inherently less resilient than Space Marines because their save is worse? And with the exception of knobs, who I admit might get a little bit too much value out of it, but they're still instant deathable. The only people who get the true value out of it is war bosses. And then you can use that army-wide buff to fix Cyborg bodies, please, get them back to invulns, and then everybody's happy. Because let's be honest, how many times does a 6 up feel no pain really save you? Realistically, not much. It saves you obviously 1 in 6 times, which means that for 10 wounds, you save 2 guys at most. Sometimes you save 1.
I mean, if you look at armies that have army-wide feel no pain,
Dark
Eldar, which
is irrelevant because they're toughness 3.
yeah, pretty much. It's just another stepping stone to getting fearless and the rest of it. Iron Hand, which
I can abuse it.
Is quite good, and you know it's not game changing in either case. And then you look at Necrons, which Kieran and cry. But
exactly. Like, if we're going to say orcs shouldn't have feel no pain, look at Necrons. They have a 5 plus feel no pain.
The stacks with feel no pain if they can get it somehow.
Which stacks, if you can do it via some alliance or something.
I don't know how you would do it.
You could cast a psychic power on them, I think.
Oh yeah, that would.
If there is a psychic power that gives that feel no pain, or a character who can give out feel no pain, like a Mad Dog Grotznik allied in.
Well, you can't join.
You can join, you can't leave.
No, you can't because they are not
Battle Brothers. Oh, well, there are things.
There will be. Oh, if they get hit by any warp flame weapons.
Warp Flame?
The Zinch thing.
Soul Blaze?
No, warp flame. The demons. If you pass a toughness test, you gain feel no pain.
There you go.
So there we go.
Which gives them a 3+ reanimation, in essence.
No, they get their feel no pain. They get their armor save, they feel no pain, and then on top of that they get the reanimation.
Oh.
It's not a feel no pain.
Oh, right, okay. So yeah, you see my point. Necrons are so resilient, even without Decurion, before we even start on Decurion. They are so resilient. And they cost, I know they cost a lot, but they're really, really good. So why wouldn't orcs get it? Because they are the most biologically resilient race in the galaxy, I think. Tyranids might have something to say about that, but they are one of the most resilient races in the entire galaxy. Like Kieran told me earlier, they walk through a warp storm in a Tau Fluff. How many races can walk through warp storms in no armor, basically, and live? Exactly. That answers my question. I can't think of one, except possibly Tyranids, but then again. So yeah, Orc army-wide feel no pain. Just a 6 up, maybe make it 1 point per model, just across the board, or put it onto the troop costings and maybe make it 5 points on characters, just into their points cost. I don't know. It can be done. That's all I'm going to say. So that is our thoughts on how we would go about fixing the Ork Codex. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, not really. I can't think of anything this time.
Fair enough. So we're going to
just stop recording. I'll think of something. But
yeah, that happens. So we're going to wrap up here. Of course, that's just our opinion. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think orcs are fine as they are? If you were to change them, how would you do it? Do you think our suggestions are valid? All those sorts of things. Just let us know. So thank you for watching. My name is Michael for Tactica Imperialis with Kieran, and we'll see you all again.